All right, YouTube, this is James talking to you about a clutch replacement on a 2008 IS250. So I'm just going to give you a couple of key tips and things that I noticed and some pain points that I had. So one, obviously this would have to come apart because it is a rear-wheel drive. You have to remove the whole drive shaft. There's four 10mm bolts, and then you have to pull out the bottom part. There's another set of four 10mm bolts. Just take note that there's a certain way this shifter goes on. If not, it's going to be crooked and it might go to the right. If it's to the right, it's backwards, so FYI. Your oxygen sensor is going to be basically right there in between the carpet of the center console and on both sides. And it's kind of important because you're going to need to drop the exhaust and drive shaft, and that's going to be part of the issue. So you're going to see your oxygen sensor cables. You want to remove that. And then obviously you're going to drop your exhaust and your drive shaft. All right, on to my biggest pain point. I will say that it was kind of crazy. So I'm going to point out a couple things. Obviously you have to pull out the transmission from the motor, separate all that good stuff. In here, on the driver's side, there's a cover right here. That's your clutch cover. There is basically a fork. And the fork, what it does, it pushes on the clutch, pushes on the pressure plate basically, and pushes it out, right? So now the only thing is it's screwed on to the transmission, but you can like pop it out. So I have already bolted it on, and I'll show you a second part of the video. But that you just have to pop out, because actually this transmission will not pull out. I spent hours and hours trying to pull it out, but I didn't notice when I pulled this out, when I took off this cover, that this fork came out. So that's a big pain point. It took me about a day, but I learned that. So now you know. Another good thing you want to know is that you're going to want to remove the little cover right here to take off the bolt for the exhaust manifold. You're going to need to remove the exhaust manifold because you don't have any clearance when it comes to the transmissions. So you see it's kind of close. Over here, it's right there. And on the other side, I had already have it removed. But yeah, there's a couple little key points. Then onto the motor side, I did remove these grounding plates and a couple of these little loose items because I basically need to get to the exhaust manifold. Same thing on this side. Took this little grounding little cover, and I took out this actual air box and the battery to get to the point of removing the exhaust manifold. One thing also to remove the exhaust manifold, you're going to want to remove this dipstick. It's basically a 10mm or 12mm. Should be right around there. See that little screw right there? Kind of see it right there. You're gonna remove that so you can get some some hand room to do all this type of stuff. So yeah, this is basically what I did to take apart this clutch. It was long and drawn out, and if you don't know about that fork from this IS250, you're gonna spend a good amount of time gronking on it and not doing anything. So hope this is very helpful. If you like this, give it a thumbs up and a like, and enjoy. Have a good day.